Kia ora. Good afternoon. I couldn't quite get it centered. Kia ora. Good afternoon. Madeline Lee here from Rigel Stigma. Just going to share our live today, if my phone will let me. Share. Number 1, if you are joining us, say kia ora. Say hello. We'd love to know that you are here and joining us. Tell me how you are on the sunny Friday. Share with me where you are coming in from around the world. It is super hot out here, even though I'm underneath a beautiful tree. I'm going to do some Friday live cards today, so if you are joining us and you would like a message, pop a yes please into the comments. It is stunning today. It is absolutely stunning. I filled my water bottle up to come outside and I've left my water bottle inside, so gutted for me. I have 2 beautiful decks in front of me today. A Rebecca Campbell, Work Your Light, and the Shaman's Dream Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. We will start with a collective message today, beautiful people, and then we will go from there. And if anyone wants to jump in and would like a message, some guidance or support today, please do put a yes please, Maddie, into the comments. Kia ora, Benjamin. Benjamin says, hi gorgeous, how's your day? My day is beautiful and fantastic, Benjamin. Thank you for asking. I've had a fabulous morning, short morning on a Friday, working at the gym, and we shouted my team this morning, today, lunch, so we had a little team lunch and connected and got the whole team together, and it was really special. Lots of learning, and did a workout this morning, which was fantastic, and now I get to sit in the sun and do this. And then I have a wonderful call with a beautiful human that is going to be jumping on the Rigel Stigma podcast sometime, so we're going to connect and see what magic they're going to bring and share to the world. So that will be very exciting this afternoon. How are you, Benjamin? You are in New Zealand, if I am correct, if I remember correctly. Oh my god, I'm already sweating. I tried to sit underneath a tree. I'm half underneath the tree. Okay, let's see what we have to start with today. Root Girl, the Disowned South, number 46. When this card turned over, for me, the first thing I felt or saw was cuddling self, almost like coming into self, almost like distrust in people around, almost like a sense of distrust or protection of self by coming inwards. Interesting, because most of the time when I pull cards, in some way they feel like they relate or connect to me, and anyone that usually listens or comes across them definitely usually has a message. But as soon as I turn this over, I felt like this was not for me today, this card, this message. So if you're like, oh, that kind of feels like it's for me, it's here for me, it's got something for me, there's a message in this, then I want you to take that, and I want you to hold that and be open to it and be willing to receive the message that it is shining through for you right now. But I can feel, Root Girl, the disowned self, there's something around, it's almost like maybe there's some shutting out of, like, what I'm feeling is like, if you look at the little Root Girl kind of coming in and cuddling self, but in a form of almost like stubborn independence, but in a protective way because of other background things running in the background, a form of protection or distrust with the world around you. Is there distrust with the world around you that you can see, or where it's almost like it's not serving you, but you almost feel like you're trapped, like I can't trust anyone around me, or I can't trust the world around me. I feel trapped, like I need to go inwards. I am the only one that I can trust. What I can feel is almost like protection barriers that are up. If that makes any sense. Kia ora, beautiful Cam. Cam says, hey beautiful, do I have time? If yes, I would love a card. You definitely do. You've caught the start of my live, Cam, so welcome. I will definitely pull you a card. I've just been starting with a collective, so we're just doing a collective right now. Benjamin says, I'm awesome, thank you. And thank you, had a charming morning. I just need some positive time. Yes, I'm in New Zealand. A charming morning, that's a beautiful word to use. I never use the word charming. Isn't it interesting how we all have different vocabulary or different feelings and ways of words of describing things? Yeah, I thought I was right that you're in New Zealand, and you're welcome. You can bring your energy this way, Benjamin, and we are in the fresh air, the wind, the fresh air, the sun rays. So share the feelings, share the positivity. I'm just going to read this one from the book, guys, because I'm not too sure. It's almost like, when you get cards or messages, and sometimes they're just telling you stuff that you already know, that is, or like quite often even telling you things or showing you things that you already know, and you're like, well, yeah, Maddie, I'm feeling that way of distrust in the world, or the people around me, or the things around me, or the relationships around me, or within me. And today I feel like this card, this message is like got something to do with this disconnect or distrust from the world, and it's a protective thing, but I can't quite feel what. It's like there's no deeper layer to it today. It's just bringing that awareness to you right now, because when we bring the awareness to whatever we are going through in that time, it's like we bring the consciousness or the awareness to whatever we are going through, and that can even shift it. That can shift it and heal it just by bringing that attention, calming down, focusing, feeling into, and realizing, accepting, acknowledging that we are in this barrier of protecting ourselves. Distrust or the disowned self, it's almost like, are you shutting yourself off from someone? And then the card spins around. Okay, let's read from the book, and we'll see what else comes through for us today. There is a little mozzie on me. There is a plane also. So, 46, Root Girl, the disowned self, hidden beauty, the need for acceptance and love. The disowned self, hidden beauty, the need for acceptance and love. Root Girl sits shivering, unclean and naked, at the base of the tree of the self. She is unloved, unwanted, and shunned for her deformities. She has no home, but is safe, burrowing underground, to dwell near the deepest roots of this sacred tree. Who is she to you? Could this urchin be the one part of you that, reintegrated, can lead you to wholeness and true purpose? This is a part of you, the embodiment of a deeply flawed perception of your failures, manifesting as guilt and shame. When you project envy onto others, or any emotion or instinct that you've learnt to repress or deem unnatural, it's this homeless child, this homeless child self crying for attention, acceptance, and love. You want to lash out, ignore it, push it aside, all the while refusing to acknowledge this ugly quality as belonging to you. But if you would only look into the root girl's eyes and see the beauty and the unmet need, your unmet need, you would realize that this part of you asks for your compassion and understanding. This part of you was born when you were wounded and were conditioned to believe you're not whole. That your expression of self is somehow too much or too little. You may have even inherited this creature from your ancestors. However, it was this child self came to be curled up at the roots of your sacred tree. It's time to welcome her into your heart. When you do, everything you've been searching for becomes illuminated, and your path lights up with renewed purpose. When you come to love Root Girl and claim her as your own, accepting her and your humanity, she is transformed, just as you are. Then all manner of magic begins to arrive in abundant form. Look for the beauty. Deep, 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 deep. Benjamin says, may I have a reading, please? Yes, Benjamin, you may. I will pull one for Cam, and then you can go next, definitely. I thought there was someone else that popped on, but that's okay. I can't see the message. Kia ora, if you were joining us. It's hot. Hot, baby. Don't know if it's better with my glasses on or off, because I can't read without them. Beautiful Cam, let's see what we have for you today. I can hear the boats at the beach. If you were joining us, feel free to say kia ora, say hello, let us know where you are coming in from around the world. I would love to hear how you are today, what you have been up to or what you are going to do, how you are feeling. That card almost went surfing there, Cam. 43, overflow, overwhelm and plenty. Overflow, overwhelm and plenty. Are you doing too much, Cam? Got lots of bugs flying on me. They're coming to say hi. What I'm getting first, Cam, it's like, are you doing too much? Have you said yes to too much? And maybe too much is not the words, but it's like, is there so many things going on at the moment? How can you... if you could just hear my neck. How can you ground or center back into self? It's like you're doing all these all these creative things, Cam, and so much, and it's working towards so much, and it's like you want to do so much, and there's so much on every list to do, and every day you're getting up and you're doing this and that, and there's so much, and it's almost like, are you cramming things in just a little much? Are you grounded? Do you feel grounded? Or when were you last grounded? Do you need to ground? I'm getting the cliche like less is more sometimes. Less but better quality rather than all of the things all of the time. All of the things all of the time. Like I'm feeling sleepy now after pulling your card too. Like it's like sleepy but satisfied in a sense, because it's like getting all the things done, but where can you ground or center back into yourself? Is there more are you happy with how grounded you are at the moment, or does it feel balanced or flowful or centered in your grounding? Or if not, is this a reminder that you need to ground back into center? It's almost like, do you already know that you need to ground back into self, for everything that's going on for you? And that it's almost like you are already doing enough. You are enough without doing all the things. So can you come back into center, come back into grounding? I'm just going to read your message from the book. 43. Overflow. Too much. Before I was like, oh, is too much the right word? It's like overflow. Too much. Too much. Overflow. Too much. Overwhelm. And plenty. So many good things are headed your way, or are already occurring in your life right now. Yet you may be thinking that they are not possible, or not worthy, or you're not worthy of them. Abundance is everyone's natural state before we project our restrictions on it. Defining what it means, who has it, who gets it, and so forth. Right now, take yourself out of your conditioning and look at your life through the eyes of plenty. There is so much beauty and love. Opportunities and divine synchronicities destined to support your dreams abound and are lined up for you. Yet it's sometimes difficult to discern it all because you're bombarded with too much information and stimulation, distracting you from the truth that all is well. And before I keep reading, it's almost like, when all I can think of, Cam, is like entrepreneurship, business, spirituality, healing, all the modalities, all the things, and there's so many options, there's so many coaches, there's so many business people, there's so many people and souls in the world that could tell you all of these different ways to do these things, to be successful, to be happy, to be worthy, to expand, all of these different things, and there's so many, and it's like we could spend all day and all night looking at different people, hundreds and hundreds of different people to work with, and all of these things, looking for the answers. Interesting that this has come through now, and it's coming again because the other day I made a post, I think you may have actually seen it, and it was a very short one. It was about, we can look for the answers. It's like you can look to everyone else, pretty much. The words I can't remember exactly, but it was around like you can look for the answers everywhere and in other people everywhere all the time, and you'll never find them. But when you look inside, you already have all the answers in your own inner soul wisdom, because we do. We look outside ourselves often at other people that we put, I suppose some people use those words of like on a pedestal, but sometimes we look at other people that have had more life experience, or have more experience in this expertise, or this career path, or this, or this, or this, and then it's like we look at them and we're like, oh, so I need to do this course and I need to do this with them, and they're saying I need to do this juice cleanse and this thing, and when I do that, then I'll be successful, then I'll be healthy, and if I do it the way that they do it, and they do it, and they do it, and they do it, then I'll be successful and healthy and happy. Then I'll be able to be financially fine, then I'll be able to do this thing, or I'll be able to live the free lifestyle, etc., etc., etc. And it's almost like a reminder that, yes, of course, these things that give us more education, more wisdom, more learning and connecting with others and sharing and learning and teaching from others always, of course, gives us more juiciness to our life and our skill set and our knowledge and our understanding of ourself and our mind and our body and our soul and our spirit and our emotions. But we have so much more inside us, internally, inside ourselves. We have so many more answers within ourselves if we ground and center and come back into ourselves. So it's almost like a gentle reminder, Cam, today to come back to yourself and to trusting yourself more and to knowing that you actually have it in you. You don't need, it's almost like you don't need all of these other things. And sometimes all the options are all too much and overwhelm. And sometimes having lots and lots and lots of all those options can sometimes flood us with confusion, or we're spreading ourselves across trying so hard to make it all perfect. And sometimes that makes it harder. And we need a reminder to come back into self, to ground, to center, to be like, I am already it right now. All of those things, all of those feelings, I'm already here and I can already find it within myself, within my heart, within my soul wisdom, right here, right now. So the rest of your card message from the book. Sometimes all this overflow can be overwhelming and you may find yourself responding with empathy overload. Empathy overload occurs when you tune into the collective angst and fear about impending changes and uncertainties. It's unmanageable. You feel like you're drowning in those emotions. It's time to allow yourself to detach. Bring yourself back to your life. Restore your faith in a power greater than you. And remind yourself to focus on your smaller personal universe, which is much easier to manage. In this way, you know that you are a conduit for life's blessings and can share them with others, making this perception of overflow profoundly positive. You go, beautiful Cam. I hope something landed there for you in some way or form. If you were just joining us, say kia ora. Say hello. I'm a little squinty, but I kind of like it with my glasses off a little bit so you can see my expression. Benjamin, we will pull you a message today. If you guys are just joining and you would like a card or a message today, feel free to put a yes please Maddie into the comments, and if I have enough time we will definitely pull you a message as well. If you are new here, feel free to say kia ora and let me know that it is your first time here. If you are a regular, say hello. I would love to know how you are. And you're real how you are. You're real how you're feeling. We're all about real emotions here. No hiding them, no faking them. Just realness. Okay. Benjamin. See what we have for you today. Ooh, I really wanted to jump out. I'm going to pull two for you. That one just fell on my knee. I'll leave it there for a minute. Ooh. Don't know if you guys could see or hear that. It was like something flew into the phone. Smacked its body. Wow, it's hot here. Whew. My phone doesn't overheat. It looks okay. Hi, little buggy. You can fly around me, just not on me, please. You can fall asleep on this grass right now. It's just so beautiful. I think that's your card. Those ones wanted to come out too. We're just going to go with the first two. The first two feel like they're coming. Yeah, this is why I filled up my water and then I left it inside because it's so hot. So Benjamin, 26. gathering around the power of community. I'm not sure how clear it is on the screen, but there is some beautiful, there was another name I learned for them the other day. They almost look like little mushroom fairies, like they've got like mushrooms on their head. Mushrooms on their head, but they're like little mushroom fairies. And there's a butterfly, there's a little snail, lots of, they're kind of fairies, but they're like mushroom fairy, but like kind of mothy wings, kind of, gathering around the power of community. I'm almost wondering, have you just found a new sense of feeling of community in some way or form, Benjamin? Or are you craving it, one or the other? It's like, are you craving community? Are you craving to find some connection that feels like family, or that feels like home, or that feels like acceptance and love, and something that feels like it's not hard work? I'm getting like some sort of connection, whether it's family, friends, a tribe, a community of some sort. It's like, have you just found one, or is it that a part of you somewhere is like craving so much to just, it's almost like your soul wants ease, like you just want ease. You don't want to have to explain yourself, or not explain yourself, or to have to do anything or not do anything. It's like, it's almost like a sense of like, why can't it just be easeful? Why can't you just be exactly who you are, without needing to reassure, without self-doubt, without all the attachments, or all of the extended stories that all of us humans and different people and things start to make up and we create. We all have a story in our mind of what another person does or doesn't do, or their culture, or their beliefs, or the way they choose to do life, the things they wear. And it's almost like you really just want ease. It's like you really just want ease. Can I just have ease? Can I just wake up and be me and just find my tribe? Can I just... So do you need to trust that more? Is there something... And now it's like, is there something that you know that you can and you should... I don't even like shoulds or should nots, but it's like that you can, or that you should just find the courage within you to just step out and leap out and just do it, even though you're not sure, or you feel unknown, or it feels vulnerable, to be able to connect with those real people that feel like they connect with you, that they click with you. Your second card. After saying that, this was the other card that fell out, Benjamin, today. Stranger Curiosity. So I hadn't even seen that before I started talking, but when